a sentimental sap, that's all. What's the use of trying not to fall? I have no will. You made your kill, 'cause you took advantage of me. I'm just like an apple on the bough, and you're gonna shake me down somehow.
Hello there, good morning. Welcome to Alberto's La Bella Cuccina show. This is good morning to you since it's our new hour from 9 to 10. We are from 9 to 10 on Channel 19 Comcast. So it'll be a much better hour for you while you're having your coffee, your cafe latte, your espresso. You'll be able to watch me preparing your favorite dishes. Like today I have a great guest. We're going to do a chicken marsala a little bit in a little few minutes. But let me introduce myself again, Alberto, from Alberto's restaurant. And he welcomes you again to his restaurant in 1219 Forest Avenue in the city of Pacific Grove. I want to say hello to Fresno. I want to say hello to all the people in Morgan Hill who keep coming into my restaurant and enjoy great food and great wines. And today I'm so excited. I'm meeting a wonderful guest. He's from Russia, and he's not a James Bond's movie or anything like that, but he's the real thing, a Russian little lady that she's going to tell us all about great cooking. And she also had a great, wonderful show of her own. What was the show's name?
Hot for Words.
Hot for Words. So remember that. Today I'm going to introduce you because I'm so excited to meet a wonderful new guest in my area, which is Pebble Beach. All of my neighbors from Pebble Beach and Pacific Grove and Monterey. So here we go again. His name is, and I'm excited, remember that. And I want you to be also excited because my guest is also a chef. She's been cooking, she had her own show, and she's a philologist. And guess what? She's from Russia. So she's going to tell us all about her own stories about Russia and how she prepares all kinds of soups and all kinds of wonderful things. And obviously they are low calorie, right? Kind of low calorie.
Yeah.
So here we go again. The name is
Marina Orlova. And my show is called Hot for Words.
So tell us about the show. How long were you on your show?
I have been doing the show since 2007 when YouTube just started. And I have 500 million views.
My God, can you imagine that?
So it's 2 American continents. Almost.
You share some of those?
Well, I have been doing it for a while, Alberto, so it takes a while to get those views. But I guess they keep coming back for more word lessons.
Boy, oh boy. So now tell us what you cook best.
Well, I cook best soups. I love soups. I cook purees, like potato soups, broccoli puree soups, gazpacho.
I'm getting hungry.
I know, and I love just very light brothy soups, like chicken, noodle soup. When you're sick, you don't need to go to a grocery store. You can just, prepare it yourself. It's very easy.
Wow, how was that? And your husband must be very healthy because you're like his doctor.
Yeah. And I'm now into nutrition. So I'm going to study nutrition, and my husband already hates me because every time we go shopping, I read the ingredients and tell him what bad, what not bad, and he's like, let me shop myself. Okay, go. Because everything he wants to buy, I say it's not good.
Oh boy. So what do you cook best for him?
Oh, well, he loves tacos, so he cooks tacos, and I actually learned from him how to make tacos. I love fish tacos.
Fish tacos, okay. What you put in a fish taco? What kind of fish?
Well, I put usually, mahi-mahi or halibut. But you can do tilapia too.
Tilapia is very good. It's a white fish, yes.
White fish, and then I add tomatoes, cheese, jalapenos, onions,
hot.
And a little bit of, sour cream and Tabasco sauce.
Excellent.
My parents just recently visited me, and they've never been to America. So we showed them American food, and they loved it.
Yeah.
And the next day, my mom cooked Russian food, and all my friends loved it. So it was like a cooking exchange.
Excellent.
They love tacos.
Did your mom cook when she was here?
She's a great cook. One of your friends wants to fly her for Christmas so she can cook for them. Yeah, that's how much your friend loved her cooking.
My God, that would be most wonderful.
Yeah.
It would be wonderful for you too.
I know.
You have your parents from
I haven't
Russia.
told her yet because she's scared of flying, but She loves cooking.
What a great opportunity for your mom and dad to come over to this country. And this is the first time or second
First time in 12 years since I've
How
been
about
here.
that? Second and first, oh my goodness. So they're going to enjoy this wonderful experience being in the United States of America. So they've never been to Pebble Beach or anything like that.
Never been to America.
They just watch the Pebble Beach tournaments and all that.
No, they don't. They don't have golf in Russia that much. People are into hockey, so
A lot.
not
Ice,
golf.
a lot of ice.
Yes, and that's why Russian people eat a lot of fatty stuff and butter and even like the fat part of the pig. We marinate it because it's so cold. So we really need that to keep our body warm. And
yeah.
when you eat it, you burn calories by heating your body.
Oh boy.
So when your body, you need to have calories so you can burn them and keep your body warm because it can be minus 30 degrees. It's cold.
Very cold.
And drink a lot of vodka, of course.
What kind of vodka you actually drink?
Potato vodka.
Well, yeah, that's a potato, but I mean, what's the best brand in there?
Oh, Stolichная.
Stolichная.
Yeah, Stolichная is really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, nowadays they make, we have wheat vodka. And my parents actually made their own version of vodka to eat. So you enjoy food and you sip wine. So it's a combination.
It's always a combination of great wine. Like nice, beautiful white wine with fresh tilapia wine, fish. That is a wonderful.
In Italy, you drink wine
combination.
every day, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we drink it with pasta. Red wine with a little pasta with meat, and white wine with it again with pasta because it's the right thing to do. Sometimes it's a good combination.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So in Russia, it's all no wines in Russia.
Well, we have wines from the south mostly, like Georgia.
Yeah.
We get wines from
Is
that.
the white wines.
Yeah.
And red
mostly red. Red is good. Yeah. Red grapes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the most?
Georgia.
Georgia.
It used to be USSR, part of the USSR. Now it's a separate country. Georgia. It's a country. Yeah.
It's a country now.
Yeah. It's on the south of Russia.
And you are from not Georgia.
I'm from Russia, from very close to Moscow, but it's a small agricultural town.
Where did you go to school?
In Russia.
What's the name of that school?
It's Arzamas Pedagogical Institute.
Wonderful.
That's where I graduated from as a teacher of world literature, Russian and English languages.
Wow, which you do a great job.
Yeah.
Yes. So you also you translate words
Into.
they are sometimes difficult for people to understand.
Well, most words come from somewhere, either Greek or Latin. So by breaking the word like a surgeon, into parts, you can see what the root is. And it's easier for you to remember the meaning if you speak Spanish, like the word avocado is Spanish.
Yeah.
And it means a testicle.
Uh-huh.
That's where it came from. Avocado means testicle in Spanish, yes.
In Spanish?
Because they grow in pairs.
Yeah. So that's good. Okay. All right. What about celery?
Celery, oh God.
Spinach.
Well, we have to look it up.
Okay. Yeah, that's all right. What is another translation for other?
Well, there are so many
Tomato.
words. For example, in Russia we have like the word businesswoman. In Russia, they don't translate it from English. They just say businesswoman.
Oh.
They don't say business, and woman, they don't translate. They sound exactly like in English, businesswoman, and it means businesswoman. So it means they borrowed English word and translated it into Russian letters. So it's called kalk. That's the way the word came from English to Russian.
How about that?
So there are many words that were adopted, like marinara. It's probably from Italian. Mm-hmm. Marinara, like marinara sauce. Yeah. Tomato,
Yeah.
So it depends. Like a lot of food words were originated from basic language, Latin, because people in those countries in Greece and they needed to eat. So a lot of words that we use every day, they came from Latin. Because back then, they had to eat and they had to name those words.
There you go. There you go.
But
Okay.
like new words, like computers, they're mostly developed in America, so English words.
Okay. So there's English computers and all that. There's
Like
English-
computer in Russian is computer.
so it's-
Same, so they took it from English.
Well, television.
And now, it's exactly. And nowadays in Russia, they all take American words and just say it the same way. Like they have cool. They say cool. They don't translate it. They say cool.
So
And
that
everybody knows what it means in Russian, even if you don't speak English.
They like us.
They steal words, yes.
They like us. They like us.
Yeah.
Because they say cool.
Especially with the internet, how internet became popular, and Facebook and Instagram, so everybody uses the same words online and it becomes universal language. So English is definitely a universal
And
language.
the teenagers actually speak the same like that.
The teenagers
cool.
start borrowing.
Right on.
Right on. They say, they don't translate it, хорошо, like right on. But they say right on, and everybody in the teenager world will know that it means good,
Right on,
right
yeah.
on.
Okay, that I didn't know that the kids would follow. They also follow the movie stars and all that stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever mass media
Yeah.
is, they follow.
So you have American films there all the time.
American films, exactly.
And
Yeah.
they're very famous. And they're very.
Oh, American films famous
They're
all
all
over
over
the
the-
world. Yeah, everybody knows Hollywood and Hollywood movies. They can't make it better than in Hollywood still, you
Yeah?
know. They're trying,
How
but
much does it cost a ticket to go to the movies?
I don't know. Last time I was in Russia was like 2 years ago. At that time, I think it's about the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But the movies are not as developed. Like in my town, the movies are still smaller and they don't have the sound system as cool as in the United States, you know?
Yeah.
But now Moscow has,
Yeah.
good theaters, yeah.
So that's wonderful to know. We're going to continue talking a little bit more and more about this, but now we're going to go into the kitchen. We're going to prepare a wonderful chicken marsala, which we will be right back right after this message. Don't touch the dial. We'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you.
The following is a list of celebrities you will not see on MeTV programs. Charlie Sheen, Lindsay Lohan, Snooki, Paris Hilton, Perez Hilton, Honey Boo Boo, Justin Bieber, Simon Cowell, Chris Brown, Miley Cyrus, and the Real Housewives of any place. This is who you will see on MeTV programs. Lucy, Ralph, Mary, Perry, Gilligan, Kenner, Spock, Batman, Rowdy, Festus, and the Beaver. MeTV. Thanks for watching.
Would you like to help bring comfort to a child in crisis, a terminally ill patient, or one of the forgotten elderly? Teddy Bears with Heart, a local nonprofit, has received so many bear requests for the holiday season that once again our cupboards are bare of bears. Small bears are needed for fire engines and police cars. Mid-sized bears are used in Casas and Salinas and Santa Cruz County Children's Courts. And new bears, acceptable for all ages, are needed for hospitals. You can help by donating a teddy bear at one of our drop-off locations throughout Santa Cruz and Monterey counties. Please visit our webpage at tbwh.org for specific places.
Hello there. Welcome to Alberto's Cuccina. Today we're going to prepare for you a wonderful, delicious chicken alla marsala, which is very, very popular in Rome and especially in Napoli and also all over Venice. So here we are, how we start to do the chicken alla marsala. So we're going to walk over here to show you the chicken marsala, how we start with.
We got chicken, mushrooms, butter, and garlic. And of course, Marsala wine.
There we go. So now we're going to start doing that, and we're going to come this way, and we're going to do the chicken alla marsala. So we're starting with chicken marsala to saw it. Chicken marsala is a la minute. So that's how we cook in Alberto's restaurant. Nice and fresh, you know. Everything that you order here is it's fresh. So nothing is cooked here. So remember that, okay? So now we're going to continue with that. Chicken is glazed. It is nice and fresh and tender. Now we're going to do the ingredients, which is the butter, okay?
So first we just put it on a pan
It's okay.
and a little butter or
Yeah.
olive oil
There we go.
and cook the chicken. And
Yeah,
then
there you go.
we add all the ingredients.
We add the butter, a little garlic, and the mushrooms. Okay? As you can see now, the cooking is not that difficult, you know? We make it as easier and a lot of fun because you want to enjoy your food.
Oh, I smell the garlic
And
already.
you smell like how beautiful it is. It's going to taste even better. So don't let anybody fool you that, oh, it takes a long time. It's going to do this and that. It's only taking a few minutes.
How long does it take it?
It's not even 3 minutes. So
3 minutes, guys.
So-
That's
so-
it. 3 minutes.
So this is going to be amazing. And you look at this. Look at that getting brown. Look at that.
The chicken is already getting nice and brown.
Look at that. Now we're going to add the ingredient, which is the masala wine.
Marsala wine.
Marina's going to add a lot of masala. So here we go. Masala wine.
So you just spray it. How much?
You got about 2 teaspoons of that. We almost
Yum.
finished. How do you like that? So the masala is so incredible that in Alberto's you cook immediately. All your dishes are fresh. You're going to do a little chicken broth.
Chicken
and-
broth.
Yes, and little bechamel. Make it nice and creamy and luscious. Look at that. See how nice and beautiful it is? And what it's done in a few minutes. So don't anybody fool you that, oh, it's going to take a long time, for 20 minutes. In Alberto's, we cook right away. We cook now. So remember that. And this dish is being prepared by Marina, which she says always tells me to do that great dishes. And he also shares with me very soon dishes from Russia. How do you like that? So here we go. We have it late. The last minute here. The salt. Chicken a la marsala.
Ta-da!
There you are, ladies and gentlemen. Chicken marsala.
Chicken marsala right from the oven. I smell the marsala wine.
There you go. So now remember that we always cook just for you. And the last beautiful chicken a la marsala is just for you. Hello there. Welcome back to Alberto's La Bella Cucina. After a few minutes, we went back to my kitchen at Alberto's and we start preparing the chicken a la marsala from scratch. So remember, we do every cooking here from scratch, just fresh and wonderful for you. And Marina's going to explain to you how do we prepare that in a few minutes.
Well, basically you need tiny little slices of chicken. They're not too fat, they're kind of flat. Then you need mushrooms, garlic, butter, and marsala sauce. That's
There
all.
we go. So now we are in the pan and we're there and we have prepared a wonderful chicken. So at the end of the show, you'll be able to taste that what actually Marina cooked. So we'll be in a few minutes. In the meantime, we're going to find out what that Marina actually had experienced in her life, a little short life in Russia, and where did she go to school, and what are her favorite movies, and what are your favorite actors, besides your husband, and all of that. So tell us all about that. And tell us all about your, she has her own show too, and she's been in Mr. O'Reilly's show, right?
Yes, I was.
So what
in
kind of
that.
experience is that to have, to be with a very popular person like Mr. O'Reilly, which is always national every day on television in the United States? Were you nervous with that?
Well, first, when the producers contacted me to be on the show, I had no idea who he was, because at that time, it was like 5 years ago, I really didn't watch TV that much. And my friend said, oh, you can't go, he's going to be mean to you. I said, why? So I did the research about him. And I found out he's an English teacher, just like me. So I said, you know what, he's going to be really nice to me because I'm an English teacher and he's an English teacher. So why would he be mean to me? So I went on his show and it was great. He was really nice. And he ended up inviting me 10 more times.
10 more times?
I was on his show 12 times.
Wow. That's
Yes.
a record. You know.
And
This is a national television
it
show.
was a national television, yes. We taped it in New York. It was quite an experience because, you know, you have a beautiful studio with lights and producers sitting there, and Bill O'Reilly is a very famous person in America, and
Sure
a lot
is
of people
indeed, yes.
follow him. So it was quite an experience. I really enjoyed it.
And was he hard to work with, or what? Was he?
Very easy to work with.
Very easy to work with?
The communication was just floating, and he was eager to ask questions, and I was ready to answer. And we had jokes about Russia and how I was brought up. And he said that I'm pure representation of capitalism, since I created my YouTube channel and made it famous
Of course.
from nothing. So I created a job, which
Of your
I
own-
am.
especially a woman.
I created my own profession on the internet because philologists exist, but they're usually professors at universities or journalists. So there are no like philologists out there that's doing it online. You know, it's like a surgeon who is working in the hospital suddenly goes online and tells everyone what it means, you know. So I started doing it, and nobody have seen it doing it that way. Plus, you know, I was kind of, you know, a sexy teacher, very like flirty and inviting, but all I'm doing is I'm teaching about words,
There we go.
nothing else.
There we
So
go.
it's just, you know, luring them in and keeping their attention on me and my mouth, what I'm saying. That's how I started educating the crowd.
That's wonderful. You never felt any. You feel
Ca-
like you have the talent.
I actually, Alberto, I was scared at the beginning, and I
I
had
believe
3
that.
glasses of wine.
Nah.
Yeah, I was like slurping words, and then, because I was so scared of the camera. I was like,
I'm
no.
sure the camera loves you.
And then after a while, I realized, you know, not bad. It's actually easy. You have to feel relaxed, like the camera does not exist.
Yes.
And then it floats. But if you really think, oh, there's a camera there, and you know, you're cooking in front of the camera,
Right. Yes. Yes.
it can get like intimidating. Not always, you know.
Yeah, I feel like I'm there. I'm talking to my old friends. in there.
Exactly. You have to
All of
imagine
my
you're
friends are
talking
there,
to
and
your
they're
all of
listening
you
to me.
guys, and
Yes.
like we're seeing you and feeling you, and want to hear what you think about
Exactly.
Marcella,
Exactly.
chicken Marcella.
And other dishes, of course. We have chicken cacciatore, chicken marsala, chicken alla picata. So many dishes here that you can actually experience. And maybe other shows in the future, Marina is going to show you how to cook chicken alla picata, which is, you know, again.
Well,
you know,
my thing, I'd like to know how to make a Thanksgiving dinner, because
So,
in
maybe,
Russia there is no Thanksgiving.
No Thanksgiving, no turkey. in
No
Russia.
turkey in Russia, no.
So
They
maybe
don't
in
eat
our
turkey there.
Next segment, we probably will have the turkey. Marina is going to prepare turkey and
And stuffings
inside stuffing,
and gravy.
gravy. So we're going to do that, and then our next show. So be ready for the next show to have turkey. So we're going to prepare turkey before Thanksgiving. So Marina will be her first experience cooking turkey in the United States. So we're going to continue talking a little bit more and more about Marina's career right after this message, and continue a lot more about other things that you experience in your show. Like what? Like, you know, in the Hot for Words, you were in the air how long?
I've been doing it for 6 years.
6 years you
Yes.
show on YouTube.
Yes.
No, wonderful, that's great. So,
I was one of the first original content makers on YouTube. So before they actually created a partnership program, and you can monetize your videos and put an advertising on your videos so you can make money by posting your videos. So I was one of the first 50 partners with YouTube that were making money off YouTube.
Isn't that wonderful? You don't have girls like that make that kind of money nowadays, especially getting their own programs, which is incredible.
I was making videos in my little apartment and monetizing like big companies do. I have Disneyland advertising on my videos, and Toyotas, and cars and brands like Pepsi. Everybody was advertising on my videos. So that was quite amazing that I could be a producer and a writer myself in my apartment. No need to go to studios or producers. I could just do it my own. So anybody can do it. Anybody nowadays can get a camera and record themselves and make money on YouTube. That's how.
That's wonderful. And tell me, where else in the United States do you live besides Pebble Beach?
Well, I lived in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles?
I lived in Iowa.
Los Angeles, what area in LA?
I lived everywhere. I lived in Santa Monica, I lived in Brentwood, I lived in Hollywood, I lived in Beverly Hills, I lived in downtown.
So which one of the areas you found more exciting?
I loved Beverly Hills because it was really quiet, and by 9 o'clock you don't see anyone, so you can walk the dog and there is no cars, no traffic. So it's kind of like an island living inside of LA because there is no transportation for public transportation to get there. So unless you have a car, so the tourists really are gone by 9 o'clock and it's quiet.
You mean in Beverly Hills?
Beverly Hills.
Right.
And I lived in Santa Monica because it's right on the beach. So there are a lot of activities like roller skates and then bicycling and then doing yoga and running. So that was very healthy, and there are a lot of nutrition based restaurants that give you good nutritional value food.
We're going to continue talking more about a lot of restaurants that was my hometown, Los Angeles, Beverly Hills, and Malibu. So we're going to talk more about those restaurants which I have great experience living in there in Malibu. So we'll be right back right after this message.
Seaside Auto Center in Seaside. Only in Seaside will you find Acura, Audi, BMW, Cadillac, Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Fiat, Ford, GMC, Honda, Infiniti, Jaguar, Jeep, Land Rover, Lexus, Lincoln, Nissan, Porsche, Ram, Scion, Subaru, Toyota, and Volvo. More models to choose from and better deals at Seaside Auto Center. Easy to find off Highway 1 in Seaside. Seaside Auto Center. Online at seasideautodealers.com.
These are the facts about MeTV. Fact number 1, MeTV has great memorable programs. Fact number 2, MeTV has a large viewing audience. Fact number 3, MeTV is a great place to advertise by the spot, by the program, by the day, by the week, or by the month. To start getting the word out about your business to thousands of potential customers throughout Monterey, Salinas, and Santa Cruz areas, call Jim Vossen at 831-236-5994. That's 236-5994. Do you like to win stuff? Would you like to be a winner? Join the MeTV Club today. It's very easy to do. Just call Jim Vossen at 831-236-5994 or send him an email to jim@montereytelevision.com. To learn more, go to www.metvclub.com. That's www.metvclub.com.
Hello there, welcome back to Alberto's La Bella Cuccina. We are continuing talking about great restaurants now. Since my guests lived in the Marina area, Marina, you obviously visit Marina obviously in Los Angeles, and Marina also is a great cook, and she also enjoyed great restaurants in the Los Angeles area, Beverly Hills, Brentwood, Santa Monica, and enjoyed the beach incredibly good. So, which was one of the best restaurants you visited in the area of Los Angeles?
Oh God, my favorite restaurant actually is a sushi place.
Sushi.
In downtown Los Angeles. And it's really small. It's kind of like your restaurant, but it feels like, you know, you're at home with the chef. And the chef, the sushi chef, owns it for 25 years. He had that restaurant in there. And they don't take calls, so you have to come and wait. And usually the wait is 1 hour.
Just to go.
Just to go, to wait for the table. But the sushi is so fresh. And he picks it up himself from, you know, from the market.
Up there.
And the pieces of sushi are so thick and fresh. Like if you go to Nobu and they'll charge you, you know, so much money, he gives you triple that and charges less.
Wow.
And it's as fresh as, you know, Nobu, as all we know. It's
So
expensive place.
Your favorite food?
Komasa, it's called.
Okay, your favorite food now is sushi.
I love sushi. Yes.
And what is your next favorite food?
Well, I love sushi. I love fish and seafood, and all my fans and my people, they know that I love oysters. I could eat 60 oysters in one sitting.
My God.
No joke. If you put 60 oysters in front of me, I'll eat them.
No, you put lemon or you put ketchup or you put.
I can eat just straight. I open them myself too.
Oh boy.
I put the knife inside, and they're very tight.
Yeah.
So you have to really be careful, and God, we can make a lesson on that. You put it in and you kind of like shuck it.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's really, I just taught my dad to do it, and I thought he would be scared, but he did it. He was good. My mom, she could not eat it. She like spit it out. But then what we did, we put oyster with vodka in a glass and a little Tabasco sauce, the oyster shooters, and made you drink it. She did it, but she was like, I'm not gonna have it. Well, you have to try everything. My motto of life is you live once, and you have to try things. How would you know you like it or not if you haven't tried it?
Correct. Yeah, you're right. So now tell me, what are your most favorite dishes from 1 to 10? You know, you can say, well, Chinese food is number 1 for me, Mexican food is number 2, Italian food is number 5. Tell us on the scale.
Well, sushi number 1.
Sushi number 1.
I can eat sushi every day.
Okay.
Number 2, I'd say Mediterranean. So it could be Italian,
So
Spanish.
you have to say Italian or French or Spanish.
I'd say Italian.
Oh, Italian number 2. So
Number 2 Italian. Yes, sorry, Alberto. Number 3, I'd say French.
French food.
But
okay.
you know, it's very rich, you know, with sauces. So sometimes for me, it's like eating, you know, soups almost, because I love soups, but French put a lot of sauces, right?
Well, the French do it with a lot of butter and wine.
Wine, and that's how they make the sauce, right? Because when I went to Paris last year, first time, every food I ordered, it was like swimming in it, swimming in sauce.
Yeah.
A lot. And I was like, I want to eat it all, but you know, you can't really eat it all, the sauce. You know, you have to watch
So Paris, how do you like Paris?
Loved it. Loved Paris. It was actually January when we went, so I couldn't really
You
see.
just married.
No, I was not married yet. So
Not married yet.
my husband took me before we got married. So he showed me Paris, and then we went to Louvre, and we
Louvre.
went to Modern Museum of Art, and Eiffel Tower, of course. It was beautiful.
You like the restaurant there?
I love the restaurant, but the only one thing I was worried about is, you know, calories.
Calories. Oh.
Because listen, when I moved to America, I started eating everything like I used to eat in Russia, and I gained 25 pounds in
Oh
1
my
month.
God.
I eat everything what I used to eat in Russia, same way, and I never gained weight, never.
Really?
Yeah.
And here in the United States, you gained
I
20
gained
pounds?
weight, yes, because I was eating a lot of carbs and
A lot of
meat. Not bread. No, I was just because it's a different way they make food here versus in Russia.
You
Because
mean-
I live in a small town, so we go like buy meat and poultry from local farmers, that have, and we had our own pigs and chickens. So I grew up basically not on the farm, but we had, a little garden, and we had piggies. My grandpa had a cow, so we drank milk. And in Russia, I drank unpasteurized milk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they pasteurize it for the stores, but a healthy way to drink it is not pasteurized.
Oh.
You can actually, because it doesn't, but you need to know what kind of cow you're getting it from. Make sure that the cow is grass-fed and no chemicals. So you really, because if the cow is eating something not meant to be eating, you can't drink the milk like that.
Wow.
So our cows in Russia, they drink the same, they eat the same food we don't finish. So my mom used to give, pigs all the food we don't finish. Carrots, potatoes, whatever we don't finish on the table, just give it to the pig.
So it's well nourished and
well
fed.
And my mom used to talk to the pig too. And my dad would make fun of her saying, okay, you talk to the pig, make her a friend of the pig, and then you kill it at the end to eat it. Like, you pick a choice, you be a friend and not eat it. So sad. But it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
And we had a goat too. I love goat milk.
And how about goat?
Goat cheese. We made goat cheese. The meat is the goat meat is very firm. It's really like.
Well, it has to be really cooked.
Really, yeah. Cook for a while.
Fall apart.
Because it's really, it's firm, right? It's not as.
Well, it's ground meat, and what happens is that it has to be cooked in the oven for a long time.
Like in a slow cooker.
Yeah, slow or on the ground. So the meat on the ground, it cooks. You ever seen that? They cook, even in Russia, they used to cook on the ground, the cows and the meat.
In the ground?
Yeah, on the ground.
Like the Hawaiians do?
They make a hole in it, yeah.
Hawaiians,
and
the
agave leaves to cover that. They put a pot in it, and the agave leaves, they put the goats fresh.
I didn't know that.
And then because of the dripping of the meat, they have a pan on the bottom, so that's the gravy. So that, and then after several
So
hours,
gravy is basically the juice from the cooking meat.
Yes, yeah.
I never knew that.
And then what you do is sometimes you have to grease. I'm going to show you next time. Grease the turkey or the lamb with olive oil. That's making love to the
Making love to it, yeah.
to the lamb. So oregano, nice ingredients in there, garlic and all that. So you let it marinate. That goes into the skin, and then you put butter inside. Like the turkey, you put the butter inside the skin. You go that butter, so it stays in there and it stays moist. Then you're ready to go into the oven. You know what I mean? But again, those meats I've seen them cook on the ground, and when they come out, just fall apart. Mm-hmm. And then you can eat them.
It's like lamb, right? The same way.
Yeah,
lamb.
You can cook anything with on the ground when she's cooked on the ground.
I like shish kebabs. Those the one on the stick. We used to put
with peppers.
Yeah, and then skewers. Yeah, right on the coals. Very popular in Russia.
Okay, yeah. To see when you do the dish that I was telling you on the ground, the meat comes out so soft and beautiful. You can make tacos out of that. So in order to prepare tacos, you have your meat already done. You have your tortillas. Then you have chopped red onion. You have parsley, or you have cilantro, which is even better than parsley for that kind of food. You have a hot sauce that you prepare, which is very simple, which is one day I'll show you how to do that. And then you have sour cream at the last minute. So you prepare that like that. Let's say it's a taco, and you put all the ingredients there. The last bit of cilantro, the onions, and then a little bit of the sour cream, and then you eat it.
Yum.
Awesome. That's the way to eat that. Or you get the carne asada too. You just do that, very thin slice. You saute it, or you put it on the grill, and you chop it, put it in the tortilla, and do all the things like little tomatoes, little red onion. Beautiful.
Oh yeah, speaking of tomatoes, I have a little garden here, and one bush of tomatoes just keep giving me so many tomatoes.
Isn't that wonderful?
I bought it in Whole Foods. It was like this big, and now it's huge. I already got like 200 tomatoes from it.
Wow, so make sauce.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. My mom used to make marinated tomatoes with like garlic and cloves. Yeah, cloves. Yeah, really popular.
It is popular, yeah. You can make your own sauce. And you know, you can use the tomatoes for salads, for caprese salad, you know. With
Yeah, I love
mozzarella
caprese
cheese.
salad.
We have it here at Alberto's all the time. So you can have all kinds of good salads with it. Got string beans and all the veggies, and you make a nice, wonderful salad with olive oil and fresh lemons. You see, like these lemons that we have here?
Oh, it's a lemon too?
Yeah,
Oh wow. Looks like an orange.
it's a lemon. You just kind of mix, you know. There's other lemons there. Yeah. So yeah, we have all kinds of wonderful things that we can use to cook. With the wonderful juice, we also use it for limoncello.
Well, now I am into juicing. Have you
Yeah.
tried it?
No.
Juicing.
Yeah.
It's like a new thing right now going on. A new wave of being healthy is to juice. So
Just that?
yeah, to juice for a week, for example, just juice. So you buy a lot of organic farmers market vegetables and fruits. Mostly fruits like apples, not too much sugar in it. So apples, you know, berries and plums, and then you just put it all in the juicer, like celery, cucumbers, anything you have, beets, cabbage, you juice it. 2 glasses, like big glass, in the morning on an empty stomach. You get all the micronutrients with juice in your body and you feel great. Your skin, you go to bathroom, everything is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, every morning, that's what I've been doing. I've been doing it for 3 months. Every morning I drink
You have lost
vegetable.
weight? No.
Yes, I
You
lost.
don't need to lose weight.
Well, I was a bit like I was a bit, you know, in some places
No,
that you
stop it.
cannot see when you're dressed up.
Not bad.
Yeah, you know, even skinny people can have a little fat on, you know, on some
No.
places. Yes. You have, you know, the body stores it somewhere. Yeah. Even skinny people store it.
You're not
So-
skinny and you're not fat.
Well, you know, I've been juicing for
Juicy, no?
the last 3 months, but only in the morning. So in the morning, right when I wake up, you have to do it on an empty stomach.
Yeah.
A really empty stomach, yeah. Not after you eat breakfast, before. And then
you-
wait a little bit when it goes through your system. Usually most people go to the bathroom right away because it cleans the colon.
So then you eat breakfast?
I'm not a breakfast person.
You don't eat toast or
No.
orange juice, none of that.
Orange juice has a lot of
little
sugar.
coffee.
I love coffee. Yeah, so I'll have coffee or latte. Sometimes I'll have an egg.
Just scrambled egg. or
Scrambled
just-
egg, yeah.
With toast?
Yeah. No toast.
No toast. But when no bread, nothing.
I don't eat bread. That's
Right.
why.
That's what you're slim.
Yeah, I don't eat bread. I never been fan of bread since I was a little girl. Never. My mom always made me eat it. But the rule is, if you don't want to eat it, don't eat it.
Oh my goodness. We're going to continue talking more about next. We're going to ask Marina what was her best sport that she played. Right after this message. Thank you.
Come here a minute and I'll show you something.
Are you ready for this? MGM's #1 digital movie network
You could call it that.
and Tribune Broadcasting
Take this out.
have teamed up to make this TV the destination for movies.
Our new house.
Oh my God.
This is a real big deal.
I agree with you.
With MGM's library, one of the deepest and freshest in Hollywood,
There's a fine line between stupid and clever.
with over 4,000 titles. This TV is a powerhouse movie channel.
Oh, look at that.
The best just got better. So step up to this.
I am cool.
Because this is the place to be.
Exactly.
This TV,
This TV is available over the air on channel 27.2. Visit kymbtv.com for a list of all our stations.
You're watching memorable entertainment television. MeTV Monterey.
Hello there, welcome back to Alberto's La Bella Cuccina. Now we are in the best moment in the program. We're going to taste the chicken marsala that Marina actually cooked with her own hands. So here we go again. Let's try it. And remember that it doesn't take too long to make a magnificent dish. And also remember that Marina is also a chef. So
Oh yeah. Mmm. Guys.
Nice and tender. Nice and tender, so you can. You don't need a knife for this.
You didn't put any salt, so where do we get the salt from?
From Marsala.
Oh, Marsala wine. See guys, Marsala wine actually is salty by itself, so you don't need to add any salt to it.
It's soft and wonderful.
And did you marinate the chicken? You didn't marinate, it was just pure chicken, right?
So this is what do you think?
I think it's great. Now, as I asked you before, can you use different type of mushrooms? Like shiitake or portobello?
Portobello, slice it thin. You know, you can use shiitake, porcini mushrooms.
Porcini, I love porcini.
Anything you like, you can just do it like that. These are fresh white mushrooms.
In Russia we go mushroom hunting. Do you do that here?
Yeah,
you do?
Go up in the forest.
So you go? Have you gone recently to do that?
No. But you have that nice mushrooms in there at the forest.
Yeah, because my friend, Russian friend from San Francisco, she said that they actually have a bus that takes all the Russians from San Francisco to here, Pebble Beach, to go mushroom hunting.
Yes.
But you have to be, guys, very careful because there are so many mushrooms that can be poison for you. So you really have to know what you're hunting for.
Yes, yes. It's very, very dangerous to eat the drawn mushroom.
If you eat drawn mushroom, bye-bye. So if you ever find a mushroom on the side of your house, do not eat it. It's not the one we can eat because you have to really know and study which mushrooms are eatable and edible and which ones are not, because you can really.
So yeah, if you're not an expert in mushrooms, show them first who is an expert so you can eat those mushrooms, because like Marina said, they can be harmful to you.
They can be harmful.
Okay, to your body, and then obviously we say goodbye to you, you know?
But mushroom hunting is a very great sport
exciting,
in Russia.
Yes. And actually we have very expensive mushrooms, which you know that, they're very special mushrooms they cook with. And they're
How about what are those mushrooms that are, very expensive
That's what I'm trying to think right now.
Truffles.
Truffles? The truffles are black truffles. One little mushroom this big, it costs you a lot of money.
Like thousands of dollars. And why is that?
White truffle. They're also white truffle. So there's black and white truffle. And those ones you can find them in Italy. You can find them, I think it was, sometimes they go under an old tree, an old trunk that is dead, and they go on the bottom and they can see the mushroom growing there. But again, I'm not sure, like Marina mentioned, it's very hard to find those mushrooms, and be careful when you bring them home. You wash them, obviously, but then don't eat them until you find out that they're going to be the right thing for you.
Because right now, like this morning, I saw 7 mushrooms in my yard. It's been raining recently, thank God. And I saw it. I'm like, what is it? I can't even tell what are those.
There you go.
So I'm just going to keep it. I hope my dog is not going to eat it.
Well, they don't, because they know that it's not edible. But again, be careful when you're doing that. You don't find mushrooms just growing out on the street and eat them. So you got to go to the forest and find
With
them.
a professional.
With a professional.
Who knows?
And also they have dogs. Actually, they can
yeah.
find the mushrooms, the right mushrooms, like a black truffle or a white truffle. Again, the white truffle, it could be like a mushroom like this, but it's white, and you can eat it. And it's very, very expensive. Now, you actually can find oiled truffle. Just the oil of the truffle is, again, it gives you the same, almost the same flavor as the truffle, but not the real truffle, because it's just the oil. And you can also you can cook with the truffle oil, and have a great meal too.
I just read somewhere that Oprah, that's your like little secret. She loves truffles.
Yeah, well, she can afford it. She has tons of truffles. Yeah, but truffle gives you a unique, very unique flavor to any kind of food. And even if you add just a few shapes of that mushrooms, adds an incredible flavor to food. You don't have to add anything else.
I've heard that they use pigs to find it.
They use pigs and they also use dogs. And dogs have been trained for that, because they have their nose for it, and they find the truffle, which is again very expensive. And it grows in Rome and it grows in Italy too. It grows all over the place, but you have to be an expert in how to find the black truffle or the white truffle. Here we have people that they go out in the forest and find great mushrooms. So you can eat them and they come out to your house sometimes, or you can go to the market and buy, in a special market to buy the special mushrooms, and they already know that it's going to be safe for you. So
that's probably a better way to do it.
yes, so you know that the mushroom is nice and ready to go, and the only thing you have to do is saute it with your best olive oil, virgin olive oil, of course, and you're done, because you don't need anything else to do that, because the more you put in the mushroom, you're not going to have their own taste, so you can't ruin the mushroom. You just put the way it is, a little olive oil, salt and pepper, nothing else. Saute it and eat it, or add it in something else, either in the breast of chicken, or anything.
We use potatoes. My mom cooks like potatoes and mushrooms, and that's it, and a little onion. It's so good, and we serve it with a pickle. So
there you go. The most natural things you put in it. Don't put anything more than that, because you take the flavor off of it, of the whatever you're eating. You put a lot of other things. You're not going to have the same taste of what it is when you're having chicken with truffle or pasta with truffle, which I did it many years ago. And that's a great dish, pasta with black truffle. And again, not a lot of truffle, but a good amount of it to do it. And with my experience, I like fresh clams, fresh clams from New York.
Yum, yes.
I have them here all the time. I have mussels.
How did you get into cooking? Tell me.
I was when I was young. I used to work in the hospitality business, which is the hotel business.
Oh, nice.
So I studied for that, to become a general manager of those hotels, but not just hotels. I'm
In
talking about
Italy.
five-star hotels. And I started from when you go to school, you start from being you have to know just about every position there is in the hotel business. You have to start from washing pots, and then you got 2 weeks in that. Then you go into the desk and selling your rooms. Then after that, you become a bartender.
Oh God!
So you go to the service bar, and you study to be a bartender there. On the service bar, you can make a mistake, but not in front of the people. Then after that, you go to the service bar, to a front bar. And then to the front bar, you go to reservations. So you're going into all
The
of the
steps.
bathrooms of the hotel. Then after that, you become a waiter.
Oh wow!
Then after that, you become a captain to take the orders. Then after that, you become a sommelier, which is sommelier is the one to take the orders for the wines.
Wow!
So just say with this, it will be a wonderful glass of red wine.
Yes.
And that's what the sommelier is, to recommend you a wonderful bottle of wine. Then after that, you become general manager of the restaurant. After that, you become food and beverage.
By that, you're like, I want to be home and sleep and watch TV.
This goes for years.
That's a long time.
Then you become general manager of the restaurant. Then you become food and beverage of the hotel. Now you're going big steps, going up. You're going up to here on the general manager. So now you're food and beverage, and then now you're buying for the whole hotel. Food and beverage, that means to say you're buying and paying all the bills, chicken, veal, liquor, everything.
Everything.
So you know what actually you have purchased for the whole hotel.
So you were a general manager?
Yes. And
Wow.
then you go up, you go all the way up, now to general manager. Now you become general manager. Now your part of it is to see that all of your rooms and everything is in perfect shape, shape, perfect condition. Now you must know the way I've learned to show your rooms what's in there, where they face. Well, this room faces Wilshire Boulevard, the other faces Santa Monica, the other faces downtown. So when you talk to other people to sell them, like big dignitaries and stuff like that, you tell them how many rooms you need. You need 100 rooms. You need 150 rooms. I have them with this view, or with other view, and I introduce you with I'll give you breakfast for all of your guests, and that's the general manager's job, to be able to sell all his rooms to people.
Interesting.
And to have the hotel in good shape. We also do with the Academy Awards. We do all kinds of things like that, big banquets for people, and then you have all your managers come to you, and you tell them exactly what they tell you what actually they're doing and how much money they're making for the hotel. Now, that's not you just want numbers. The numbers means you want to have financially more money.
More money.
So every year the hotel goes up in money. If this department is not doing well, goodbye, and then you bring another person.
They bring another manager.
Yeah, because you got to be more interested in that, and you got to go through all the steps that I went through
to know.
So you know that the cook, and then you go to executive chefs.
So executive chef is actually under the general manager.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah.
So general manager is more important than...
Oh, yeah, well, he's the one, the leader. But again, the chef is the leader of the kitchen.
I see.
He doesn't cook much. He has a sous chef that does all the cooking sometimes. But the chef, when he has some dignitary that's very big, he comes outside and he prepares the dish for this special customer, a special client. And he does it supposedly very well, because the client is going to know, like, let's say the president of whatever country comes, the chef, executive chef, is going to cook for him. So the person knows that it's going to be a wonderful thing. So that's what it is. The chef supersedes all the sous chefs. So he's one of the best, And he buys his specials. You could buy quail tomorrow, you could buy pig tomorrow, you could go all kinds of other things in the kitchen. And that's how you become a hotelier.
Nice.
And then after a while, you become a restaurant owner.
That's what you were, right?
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
And your restaurant in Malibu, that's how you started.
Yeah.
So you moved from Italy
to here. And I'm having a wonderful time, having wonderful guests, and hopefully we'll see you next Saturday, right? Next Saturday from 9 to 10 in the morning. You're going to watch our show with my incredible guest, Marina. She's going to tell us a lot more about other things that she's been doing the last week, which is going to be a week from now, that we're going to show this program, 9 to 10 in the morning, Channel 19 on Comcast. So remember, have your coffee, your little croissant, and watch Marina and myself, telling you all about the wonderful news that we're doing for the next week. So remember, if you want to have an incredible dinner, come to Alberto's Restaurante, located in 1219 Forest Avenue. Telephone number, area code 831-373-3993. And remember, we have great wines. And don't forget now to book early for your parties in Christmas and parties on the next holidays, because reservations are needed for Alberto's. So you can have just about anything you want. You can have it here in Alberto's. You can have family-style dinners. You can have anything you like. So talk to me, call me, and God bless you. And we'll see you next week at Alberto's Restaurant as his new hour, 8 to 9, Channel 19, Comcast. So from now on, ciao. And from my guests,
yes, guys, stay healthy, and I'll see you soon.
Ciao, and God bless you. Thank you.
I suffer something awful each time you go, and much worse when you're near. Here I am with all my bridges burned, just a bit of arms where you're concerned. So lock the door and call me yours, 'cause you took advantage of me. Oh, you took advantage of me. Yeah, you took